Boom, boom, gat, boom, 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 gat. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, gat, boom, boom, gat. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, 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 pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, gat, boom, 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 gat. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll bring it right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, gat, boom, boom, gat. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll bring it right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, 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 pop it, lock it, drop it. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll bring it right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, yeah. Yeah. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll bring it right back. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll bring it right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, yeah. Boom, boom, yeah. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll bring it right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it. 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 Pop it, lock it, drop it.
Fred's my name, a hillbilly with a cold. Always high, always looking for his next load. Snitching on everyone, causing a commotion in this little county where secrets aren't safe from the notion. Living in a trailer with a mind full of weed. Fred's always scheming, planting bad seeds. It's you to create a wife. They're a team ripping folks off. It's all part of their twisted dream. Fred's got a drug problem, ain't no doubt about that. Cocaine and meth, they got him hooked, that's a fact. He'll snitch on his mama, his cousin, and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other. Like no other. Got him booked, that's a fact. He'll snitch on his mama, his cousin, and his brother. No one's safe from Fred, he's like no other.
Muted. Always muted. I had a really tough time picking out content for today. I don't know, my mind's just in a blank. So I was watching Ziggy I went to go through and try to find some Everly shit, but God, she has so much fucking Fred shit. It's hard to get through and watch hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of content. So I'm just going to speak and tell you what I remember as we sit here and listen to Ziggy and Fred talk about the new couple and the Mexican people and all the people that stole the bike from Ben Hill that Fred was carrying into Ben Hill on a trailer. Make that make sense. Let's get her started.
If I keep it on for at least, come lay down here. Nobody can see you back there if you go lay back there. If you're wanting to stay off camera.
What is it?
I say if you want to lay there and talk to us and entertain us.
Entertain you with what?
I'm going to ask you questions. It's going to be a Q&A.
You're silly.
No, go lay down.
Go lay down, okay.
Right there. I was going to ask you, what's your theory these days in the Summerwell's case?
Mm-hmm.
Don't run away!
You know what my theory is.
No, has it changed? Like, mine's kind of changed a little bit lately. So ever since that last tip, and since that woman contacted you acting weird about that. I don't understand why she decided to contact you now of all.
But then another certain one about sent that friend.
So he's going on to say someone contacted him. I want you guys to listen carefully. I'm not even going to commentate. Everybody remembers the Everly story. Laura getting up. Everly's not a bad guy. Everly was living in a motel where Fred was going that day, in my opinion. At least that's what his sister told me. And Jamie Cox, who lived upstairs from the gas station that Fred said he seen Andy at.
Request, but she's not said nothing since I've accepted it. Which is weird too.
Is it start with the S?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was sharing a lot of.
And then, I mean, I didn't
Let's see.
know that she'd even had on her Facebook page and stuff about contact her about the Wells's boys if anybody wanted to help and stuff.
I know that was weird.
It was weird.
With
Why
boys.
contact her,
I know.
Then at the same time, she's posting stuff about Summer dancing at the for sale barrel and stuff on the 17th of June, before he's ever released anywhere else. There's some weird stuff, and her supposedly seeing a lot of things that day. I don't know. I need to send her a.
You know what's really funny about that, April, is that whenever he was in jail, he had the phone call with Ziggy, and he said Everly was the one that snitched on him. Is there bad blood between Jeff Everly and Fred Hill?
A map and color the pin where she seen Don and Candace sitting alongside the road and Candace coming out of the woods. Well, I need to do. And have somebody go search that certain area. I have an idea what she's talking about
Yeah.
in my mind. I mean, what I've heard her say about it, but I want to be 100%, Exactly for those parts.
How you liking my Christmas nails so far? Aren't they pretty cool?
Yeah. You gonna deflate me tonight?
That didn't sound good. Well, according, I'm not. Well, never mind. I'm not going to even go into that conversation.
That's just your mind going on.
I know.
That was my mind. You dirty body girl.
Good. So no, ever since then, like seriously, I've been thinking maybe it was a revenge thing, which would make Dawn's theory of an abduction correct, actually. Even though police said they didn't think it was an abduction.
Because I didn't take and really think on much of what he was saying and stuff until here recently. That guy, you know.
Yeah. But
Because it's weird that he mentioned that red truck and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if a revenge
truck for that bike and all that.
I don't know if revenge is technically abduction. Like I do feel like Dawn knows, but
So now Ziggy's no longer accusing Andy. Now it's revenge and there's an abduction. Andy's out the window after all these years.
I don't know if it was something like that he arranged like I originally, or that him or Candace arranged like I originally thought. It's hard to say.
And then that oldest son having that one uniform or that like bikers
Oh
on
yeah,
that one day that Candace took down.
yeah.
That could play into with the one I think probably if the bike thing is significant and was a revenge, then that would play into the exact one that may have give that oldest son that clothes. Have
Yeah.
certain one in the area that known to steal bikes and place them on other people's properties. He had that same outfit on in the past, you know.
I know, and you could see on her son, you could tell it's like way too big.
Yeah.
On whichever one that was. Let's see, I might just do this one a little bit diagonally, since that's kind of how I started it off. I'm bored. I just need somebody to talk to.
You bored?
I hate the smell of that watermelon stuff. Huh?
He shoves his shit in her nose. It's so funny. Then they start talking about what I'm getting to.
I hate the smell of that watermelon sanitation stuff or whatever, or whatever it is.
It's hand sanitizer, Ziggy. And do you think anybody likes the way them nails smell in that house? Where is her daughter? We haven't heard her daughter in forever. Did the parents take custody again, Ziggy? I'm curious.
Sanitizer. It's so I can't get that smell out of my freaking. I don't know where. Is that it? Let me smell it.
Cucumber melon.
Yeah. Oh God, I just got it freaking on my top lip. Oh my God, now it's never gonna go away.
It does stink.
I don't like it at all. There's something about that.
I mean, you eat fentanyl patches, Ziggy. Why not eat the fucking hand sanitizer? Let me drip it in your fucking mouth for you.
That smell, it stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a good way. It smells bad.
You spray it on your nose.
It's some kind, you guys, it's like,
It is a funky smell.
it's a, what it is it's I'm trying to tell them what it is. One of those, you know.
Why not? Let's listen to what she used to eat.
I'm scared. No, stay here. Why? Stay here. You got the dog. Huh? Hey. Stay in the car. Hi, puppers. How are you? Are you the one that drove by me the other day while I was standing outside? Yeah. Okay. Are you by chance Fred?
Yeah, I'm free.
Okay. Just the man I've been wanting to see.
Right.
So Don Wells talks really highly of you, doesn't he? He
Not
likes
really.
to throw you under the bus, doesn't
I
he?
don't know. Right off the rip.
Nobody, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Everybody wants to hear.
I was going to play the part about how she used to eat them, but this video is 23 minutes long. I won't put you through the hell. Maybe at the end.
Alcohol sanitizer for your hands, which I never liked the way those
Like a
smell.
hospital inside a hospital or something for me. That's what it reminds me of.
Which I never liked the way those things smell. The alcohol smell with mixed with the.
They ain't got no alcohol smell to it. It's got a sitting there smell.
That's what I think it is. Is alcohol mixed with the.
Thank you, A1.
Gross cucumber.
I've been watching a lot of historical Kingsport and stuff.
I tried to watch that one, but I couldn't.
There's another one popped up a while ago. They made it 4 years ago when they was leaving Beach Creek and going towards Kingsport and stuff. Ever who videoed it. And they went to the carousel in Kingsport on Clinchville Street. And they went to Bays Mountain. They went to the aquatic center at the splash pad and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that one yesterday that I sent you was really interesting.
I tried, like I said, I was trying to watch that one, but I couldn't get into it.
Well,
Maybe for you it is because you know the area.
Well, it was talking about the Long Island and stuff, the history of Kingsport. Kingsport used to be shipyard before it was named Kingsport.
Shipyard or boatyard?
Or boatyard. I think it's boatyard. I just have to re-listen to it. I didn't listen to it that much.
I'm trying really hard, guys, to slow down on smoking. I smoke way too many cigarettes. My husband got me these fogger vapes. They're pretty good. They don't kill me. I like the Metamoon. Free advertisement if you vape. I don't fucking know.
Doing this one a little bit different. Stripes, I guess. Just diagonally and
Oh no, April, that story has changed several times. Not just for that, but then it was the lady of the night and they went to Knoxville and they had to just crazy shit. That story has changed so many times. Yes. Copyright, fair rights.
so when Fred on the 15th with that motorcycle, that person that was broke down that claimed to have been recovering, which I'd like to get Don's take on that.
Yeah, I mean, if
and
that,
see how he reacts. If he can tell, like, who did somebody use his property to hide a stolen item, or did Dawn hide?
I'd like to know if he knew that anything was stored on his property anywhere.
Because these people that were broke down claim they were recovering a stolen bike, and at the time, Fred thought it was from. They said what, Beach Creek or
They
something?
just told me it was, they had found it down the road, you know,
And they didn't tell
which
you.
was in the Beach Creek community, but they didn't tell me exactly where. But at the driveway, I picked it up when she contacted me the other night. She said that they told her that they got it from Ben Hill Road. But see, it was never on camera or nothing beyond the first cameras past Andy's driveway. So it had to be either Andy's or Don's property.
If it's
Because the
true.
bike or the vehicle was never on camera.
Yeah, so we just found out, Fred just found out, like, the other day when that woman contacted him, like, that weird message he got, which, you know, this woman's known of Fred telling this story for years now. Because her and her sister are big in on you. I mean, they've been
I mean,
in the
I've seen
chats
them in
and
a lot
stuff.
of groups.
April, is he talking about you? He's saying somebody messaged him and now said this bike is stolen. And he's going to go into, again, the picture that Candace posted of Josie in the motorcycle outfit. And I think he's trying to say Josie stole the bike. But then he goes to Kingsport to recover the bike and bring it back to Ben Hill Road. Tell me how that makes any sense. Now, let me also tell you that picture of Josie, Summer's hair didn't match the day. I'm very curious why Candace posted that picture. However, the clothes and the hair don't match the police pictures when Lawson and Pruitt were there. They don't even look like the same day. But we'll let Ziggy keep going with it.
Comment on Facebook. And stuff.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, on Facebook. And she decides to contact now after the search of all, and the way
Well,
she was
She
acting.
tried to separate herself so much, though, from the whole situation that happened that day. What was weird. And then
Yeah, at first she acted like Andy and acted like she didn't know what you were talking about completely. And then she changed and said, oh, that was the 13th. And I'm like, okay, Andy Bernard. Oh, and then it's like, wait, I thought you
she
said.
tried to separate herself, said she was on the porch and her husband was one that was down there. No, they was both down there when I first stopped.
And you kept going, okay, well, whatever.
I think it's more Ziggy's protecting him. I don't think Fred's guilty. Or I do. I don't know what I think of Fred. But what I do know is that his sisters are creepy as fuck. That they have a longer criminal history than he does. And that one of them were also on the road that day. So for me, Ziggy's a handler protecting Fred from something. I know a lot of people think it was for reward and this, that, and the other, but I don't. I feel like the psychics came in to protect Fred. I think that Benny's on to something when it comes to Dirty, Dusty, Dingy, Donna, Serafina. I think Ziggy started with Serafina, and I think they're all handlers. That's just my opinion. Yes, Fred has zero alibi at this point. His stories have changed so many fucking times. And they continue to. Elaborately.
Whatever date it was, can you turn in the video surveillance to TBI, please? And, like, she was, like, getting hostile and stuff and, like, acting like, she's like, oh, I've already talked to TBI or whatever.
Hawkins County about it and stuff.
Yeah, and we're.
The one thing I've been saying is Ziggy lived in the same area as Ernie Shell's Aunt Brenda and Pete Clark. They were practically neighbors, just a couple blocks away from each other. Ziggy come out here attacking Pete Clark and Glenda Head, who was once married to Pete Clark, and then Aquatin Simpson, who then married or was dating Glenda Head. So that's strange to me, considering it's a very big factor that Ziggy probably knew them people. And then let's put in place what I explained yesterday. Her, my dad, and Fred's cousins, my cousins. Sean, Stephen, Ronald, Jason, and Darren, Stanley. But their mother is an Elliott and a Morlock. The Florida connection's there.
And Fred was like, well, did you turn in the video footage?
Because I know they got video footage.
Yeah. And she kept avoiding that question. And it's like, and arguing with Fred about what date it was. It's like, dude, the video footage would have the date. You know, turn in the footage. That would solve everything. And it was just weird. So we contacted TBI and we're like, you need to check that woman's surveillance on the 15th of when that situation happened. And she kept going and then she, first when she was like, trying to act like it didn't happen, same thing Andy did. Oh, didn't know what he was talking about. And then he goes, oh, Fred, that was the day before.
Then she got separated herself, said that she was on the porch and her husband was down there. And then they went from that. She changed up a different way. So all of it was sent to TBI.
Yeah. And then she started getting really hostile with Fred about, like, you know, just saying that, like, talking shit, like, a lot of the haters and stuff like that. And like, oh, you first said you were wired and then you said you were, it was a recorder. Which one was it? Like, when you get record for the police, most people say wear a wire. That's just what you said. That was me saying that because that's what I assumed. It wasn't until I asked Fred specifically, how did.
I don't know what Benny's problem is. I don't know A1 or who wrote that. I think Benny's really good at catfishing. I think he knows how to be friendly with people and get information. I don't want to think any creator is out here for the bad. But here's what I will say. Renfro is a relation to my cousins. And Benny and Renfro are extremely close. That bothers me. And they have been since day one. Like, before Benny even started covering Summer, him and Renfro were already in contact and in cahoots. That bothers me. It doesn't make sense to me because Renfro and her son were in all the groups cussing all Summer's army out, saying, stay out of Beach Creek. Don't come here, you fuckers, and all kinds of crazy shit. But here's Benny. Benny's allowed, and him and Karen are best friends. And it doesn't make sense to me. Now Benny's over in Six Up with all the criminals. I mean, Six Up has a Joel. Hi, Joel Keener. How are you doing, you fucking cunt? Did you hear my friend say your name? According to your picture that just receipts had put out, you begging for fucking money and scamming people? It bothers me. I'll get right to chat.
Did they actually wire you up? How was it? You know, I wanted him to get into details because, like, so I could see if he was telling the truth. Over time, I'd ask him questions differently, and this is over years. Like, wasn't like I didn't do my homework with Fred over time, and it was always it never wavered. And when I asked him specifically, like, did they actually use? Was it like wired?
He was trying to say it was a 13. Andy trying to say it's a 14. You see?
Yeah, because we were, but then we said on YouTube, like, well, Fred wasn't out and about on the 14th, which she would have known about. So she says the 13th. After she just even said she had no, she was like, oh, you know good and well you would have never stopped at my house because my husband doesn't like you, blah, blah, blah. Well, Fred was like, I thought I recognized you thought you recognized the person that was broke down. You thought it was somebody completely different. And that's why he stopped. And it wasn't who he thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he went back and got a trailer for him.
And first he wanted it took to Molnex Drive, which I didn't know where Molnex Drive was until later on and researched it. And Molnex Drive was within a half a mile of where the bike was. Why not just push it on there if you just, you know? And then you wanted me to take it on the west side end, so.
And then she was like, oh, you knew better about taking it to West Side End. That's the biggest drug. Hey, it's like, who would know? Oh, yeah. You automatically, like, you're going to automatically think in your mind that somebody has,
there's just two people that lives on Molnex Drive.
And the guy made a weird comment about how his bike was like his baby girl.
Yeah.
And then made a threatening statement about something like very strange comment.
Like if they didn't have their baby girl or something in that phrase.
Yeah. So you guys, very, very, I'm like almost convinced now that situation had something to do with Summer's disappearance. And so now I'm starting to think that it has something to do with some kind of revenge stuff, because also Fred knew of like some kind of beef going on between the Clarks and Lights and the Wells, right?
Yeah, Pete Clark and Don Wells and supposedly Frank Light.
Right when after Summer went missing. And so what was that all about? And were those people that were broke down part of the, because you thought one of it was, I'm not going to say the person's name, but you thought it was a Light that you knew, right? The guy's last name was
April, I just cut Andy Paul information and then I think I deleted it. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find what I cut. Because he did say Andy Paul lived at the Wells and that Dawn didn't want him there no more. I literally just listened to it. Give me a minute here. Let me see if I can find it. No, that ain't it. You know what? Let's listen to this. And then we're going to go back and listen to one of Fred's first interviews.
was Light.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a Light, but not a relative of him, because
Well, see,
Because-
his mom used to own a trailer behind, well, on the same road as Grady Light. You see.
You know what's so funny is Fred's sister told me that Fred would often owe James Light money, and that his dad would have to come and pay James Light off. And sometimes it was in like $10,000 or whatever. So Fred, what was you getting from James Light that you owed so much money that your daddy had to pay your debts off, or you were going to be unalived? That's what Karen Elliott told me.
See, the one that I thought it was, but now he lives on Beach Creek. Before you get to Ben Hill Road.
yeah. And you stopped too, because you're like, well, because you thought the guy was like in the like he had just gotten a bad accident, and you were kind of like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is he doing out, And that's part of another reason why you stopped.
Because last I knew of him, he was in a bad car wreck right there at Hawkins-Sullivan County line and was pretty much a vegetable from what I understood. And I was wondering how is he standing here and supposed to be bad shape? That's what I was thinking in my mind.
Yeah. And
Because he would pass for his twin.
and these boys that you said they were like in their 20s, they were young. the two that were broke down. And yeah, the woman that messaged Fred, whose driveway this incident occurred at, who just so happens to be a very close relative of Bill Shipley, which would make sense of his harassment nonstop lately. And still,
Well, she could have been trying to.
which they don't even get along with him, even really.
See, I've been thinking
from
about
my
it too.
understanding.
See, the one I think that could have stole that bike and put it somewhere around the Wells property, the same one that had me to haul the bike later on. Well, did he have me to haul that bike back in to make it look fishy towards me hauling the bike? You know,
Wow.
I've been thinking about a lot of different things with that situation.
I know. So thank you to that woman for putting, because if it wasn't for her messaging and getting all weird like that, that's what made you start thinking even more about that situation and like that something could be up with it. Now, I even remember you saying that comment early on, too, very early on, about them saying something about a baby girl.
Yeah, and see, he was talking about he had traded his dad that red Toyota truck on 36s for that bike.
Yeah, and he
And
even
he
said a
talked about his
Toyota,
dad,
but he
yeah.
said 36. But
Yeah. And he took and was talking about his dad living in Duffield and stuff.
yeah, we told Jason Jensen about that story, but said it was like, and he seemed interested. Like, wonder.
And that boy was on the phone arguing with somebody when I was taking.
Which
the bike to
you
this
did
side.
tell
Yeah.
you did tell law enforcement about that in the
Yeah.
beginning. So
Yeah.
they should have, when you said they took it to West Side Inn, that means they probably had a room there. So he probably hopefully already looked into it and know about that situation.
I hope, because it's gone now. West Side Inn is. They tore it down.
Well,
And see, when I pulled in front of the office, that's where he unloaded the bike, and then he went down the sidewalk beside the pool.
yeah.
It was like the third or fourth door down.
And when Fred, too, by the way, I was remembering something about this woman that messaged Fred. When Fred was saying, like,
So Jensen used to date Laura. He was involved in the Brian Laundrie case with Bullhorn Betty. I believe he was hired by Chris McDonough. I read my text messages to you guys from him a couple weeks ago. I also believe he came from Serafina, because I think Serafina came from CM. Just my opinion.
he started getting paranoid and being like, now that you say that it could it's.
Here's my thing. Even the police, Pruitt, Lawson, Jensen, I hope you're listening, have said that Fred is full of shit. He's a bullshitter. To me, it looks like they're looking at Fred. But Jensen's going to come out here and say Fred's completely innocent. So Jensen's trying to also discredit Ronnie Lawson, just like Chris McDonough did. Just opinions.
Freaking me out that you say it could have, that it was on the 15th, like she kept getting like freaked out.
The whole conversation of it.
Oh, I know you can. I mean, I could put it out, like not this second, but we weren't going to put it out. We'll put it out. Maybe we'll do a show or show it like tomorrow or something. I won't put the woman's name out. I don't think I put it out yet. Did I?
No.
Yeah. Because I want to give TBI or law enforcement time
to give them a little bit of time to do what they need to do,
And we told the person too, we're like, we're trying to send the TBI, and we blocked them because she just got really argumentative with Fred and was like, dude, we're trying to get you to turn in this, if you're so wanting things to actually be solved, then turn in this
And
surveillance.
I
Why are
even
you
told
sitting
her
here
at the-
talking shit to Fred when he's like trying to get you to,
I mean, I even told her at the end that we turned it all into TBI. You know,
yeah, it's like, so,
but we turned
She
it
was
in
talking
before she took. I told her that though,
yeah.
and this was
More than support. I went on Ernie's panel. Hold on, let me go see if I can find it. I've shared it a few times, just recently even. But we'll share it again until people hear it. I got 2 videos here. Let's start with the Brenda and Clark.
Crystal's crime and music. Let me see what was going on. Why was Brooks reporting on Summer's aunt Rose on day 1? Do you know? I don't know. Don't know. I didn't know nothing about that. The thought of fake Katie and Bird sleeping together makes me want to throw up. Well, Lori, I tell you, you know what? I'm going to pin that. I'm going to pin that one too. Maybe somebody can answer that other question. I'm pinning Lori's, and then I'm going to pin Crystal's crime and music. I think it's just, hell, I don't even know, to be honest with you. Crazy?
But he's not a monster. I don't think he is.
No, he's just somebody that threatens somebody's life. Literally, nobody was doing nothing to him and says, look, because he's mad because he was jealous because you probably like me or something like that shit. And I expressed a little bit of interest in you. And then the next thing you know, he comes on my live, he comes on my fucking live, and he says what he said. And I'm going to forgive him for that? No. He's a borrowed crime. He don't even know it. It's already happening for and around him. Fuck you.
So, just leave Bird out of it. Come after me. I was the one that is responsible for this whole situation.
Well, my question is, what about the money? What about people? Or did you all split it? That right there makes you both accessories. Put it back.
Brenda, okay, so Brenda is my dad's sister, or was my dad's. I don't know if she passed away or not. In Warsaw, Indiana, next to Ziggy or near her. Oh, God. Fuck. She lives next to Ziggy. Wow. Anyways, you fucked up. It's all right. We all do. Fuck, you deserve it after everything you've said and done. Oh, baby bitch. Okay. Dry it up. It's okay. We've all done it. We've all been there. We've all cried. It's sad.
Stay at 9 o'clock, jump on my panel. 9 or 10. I'm always late.
Okay, so hold on, my buddy's just sitting there messaging. So Lisa K ran off. So you, let's figure out what we're going to be doing. Okay, so Tuesday at 9 or 10, if I can come up on your panel. Oh, well, what are we doing? What kind of panel is this? I really don't want to get into the Summer Wells stuff. I really don't.
You just said you would go through the contents of that folder that Kathy gave you.
What is it? But the folder, I mean, all it was in it was the folder was like a map and some stuff like that. That was it. It was really it.
Okay, so can we see it?
I don't have it.
You said you did.
That was years ago.
That was last year. But, okay.
I
Well,
don't
if you
know.
ever
I don't know that stuff. You know, look, the thing about it with Summer Wells, everybody, look, I've already been questioned so many times. I mean, I'm just wanting to get out of that. Like I said, I think something's going to happen.
Why do you think they question you so much?
Because he's fucking bullshit.
There you go.
No, do they think you're a suspect?
Crystal, he said it himself. He said he's a liar for hire. Those are words out of Ernie's mouth.
Do you think that Hawkins County and TBI think you're a suspect?
Well, I mean, Hawkins County does probably, but TBI don't.
Why do you think they think that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, probably because
it takes them longer to chew because of the, there's not as many teeth. There's only 1/3 of the teeth, Crystal. So you got to give them time.
I know what we're at.
So that is what I would like to talk to you on Wednesday about. Can we do that?
I mean, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let me see something right here.
Why do you think this county considers you a suspect?
Do I think what?
Why you think Hawkins County considers you a suspect? Can we have
Because me and Ronnie don't get along.
All right, but can we talk about that on Wednesday? Because I got to jump off.
Okay.
Are you going to grab a link on Wednesday? Do you hear him? Because last time he said he would, he didn't.
Oh my God. Okay, so Wednesday at what time?
Between 9 and 10.
9 and 10 Eastern time, right?
Tuesday, not Wednesday.
Tuesday. Okay, well, I say,
Look at Ziggy. Look, Ziggy's in here acting like she's your mama. She's saying she'll make sure you're there, laughing. Like
well, Ziggy, I've known Ziggy. So here's the thing. Well, Ziggy part, look, here's the thing. A lot of these YouTubers, we met each other, we talked to each other. I ain't never met her like real life or nothing like that, but we talked.
She people to tell you not to grab a link. Like, does she roll you like that?
Okay, well,
she's interactive. Can tell you not to grab a link somewhere.
Okay. With Ziggy, look
at her. She's over and she rules you. She's your boss.
Well, I wouldn't say she rules me, but I would say she does know a lot about me, and she does help me with stuff. She does help me with certain things.
So, right, the suspect, and you can't grab a link because Ziggy tells you not to grab a link. What does that mean?
Well, it don't make me a suspect no more. No, I've been cleared. Been cleared a lot.
Ernie claims he's been questioned by Ronnie Lawson and that Ronnie Lawson suspects him. He also claims that if Ziggy says he can't go somewhere and talk to somebody on panel, that he's not going to go talk to somebody on panel. That was me. Ziggy was in the chat when I was asking Ernie to come up on my panel, and Ziggy was telling Ernie, no, I'm going to make sure Ernie doesn't come on your panel. And this is Ernie agreeing that he has to listen to Ziggy. Let's finish it out.
But I'll tell you,
Ziggy doesn't grab a link now on my channel on Tuesday. I'm going to make sure I show all of this, okay? So everybody can see how you rule the other YouTubers. Because I feel you're sus. But peace and love. I'll see.
Let me talk to her before. Wait a minute, before you start putting out important information there, Ziggy, you can't. She's gonna put out important information on us. You gotta be cool. And this is fucking live. I might have to cancel all this shit right now. I don't even.
I gotta be honest. I don't understand how it takes 30 fucking minutes on panel to schedule something with you, dude. Crystal's saying you're trying to fucking schedule this shit for 30 fucking minutes.
Why do you do this live?
Huh? I gotta get rid of this live. Too much.
Why? He did delete the live. I recorded it while he was still live and unable to delete it. But he deleted the live and didn't want people to hear that Ziggy's his handler. Now, let's go back to Ziggy. If you ask me, that's bullshit. That's Ernie admitting Ziggy's his handler.
After the search,
Yeah. It was like,
I was trying to see what day it was when she.
yeah, it was so funny. Everybody that started freaking out after that search happened.
This is November the 21st when she took in first contact with me at 9:10 p.m.
Yeah, November 21st. And then we turned that in the next day. So they've had it for.
And the next day after that, too.
Yeah, because she messaged again the next day. So it wasn't until the next day that she was blocked, right? So because she decided to message back again the next day and talk shit, which it made 0 sense. It's like, dude, about it's.
She could be defending a certain person.
Her husband? Hmm? Hmm.
Because he's staying with Brenda and all that, and that's where they all hang out.
Well, that makes sense that she would be like talking shit because she's part of that whole crew, the Glenda Head crew, the one that's talking to Ryan, that's talking to PG. Yeah, guys, it's a whole crew of them, so it makes sense.
That's talking to BK, that's talking to Renfro, who's best friends with Glenda Head. That's her people. She told me in my messenger, Glenda's her people. Don't talk about her. But Miss Linda P, Crystal Spencer's mom, will tell me Glenda's a criminal. Stole $9,000 or $900 in gas from her gas station. Glenda is also the one who was in the car with Laura when Laura got arrested. It was Brandon Clark, Glenda Head, and Laura who got pulled over. Then Laura gets out of jail, sits in Glenda's house, begs for money on Ziggy's panel while putting Glenda down and accuses Glenda of stealing her ID, her money, and everything in her purse content. Yet she's sitting in the bitch's house while she's on Ziggy's panel. Yeah.
And it makes sense too that she doesn't want this, like, acted weird about that incident. Dude, no matter what date, if you're trying to say it happened a different date, then then pull up the footage. It should be no problem. Is she gonna say the date's wrong on the footage? That's like, these others like to, at first they want to act like it doesn't happen, and then they say, "Oh, the date's wrong."
And they went the one day that I've ever hauled motorcycles on the trailer, and it was on 15.
Ever, like.
Period, ever. The first time I've ever in my life hauled a motorcycle on a trailer.
And there was 2 on that trailer that day, so people want to act like.
Went to Kingsport, and then when I came back from Kingsport, I picked up that one.
Jody goes into great detail and describes the one motorcycle she seen that was blue, Ziggy. Please stop. There was not 2 motorcycles on a trailer that day. You're acting like you were there and you seen the shit with your own eyes personally.
One at Brandon Clark's and hauled it into Ben Hill Road, and it was on the trailer when the law enforcement had a road shut down. There's no mistaking it. Plus, there's camera footage, a lot of different places.
Yeah, so people can holler that Fred's crazy or whatever all they want. Camera footage doesn't lie, guys. So.
And they should be several on Beach Creek that should have that guy supposedly pushing that bike up Beach Creek if he got it at Ben Hill Road. Because that's a mile.
That sucks that you don't know who that is.
My question is, Fred, if it's a stolen bike from Ben Hill Road, why are you putting it on a trailer and bringing it back to Ben Hill Road while the police are looking for Summer? Do you understand this makes no sense at all? You got to keep your lies together, dude. You got to start remembering what you said.
You know, it's a mile and a half to that resident where I picked the bike up at the Balmer driveway. And they should be several that's got cameras all up and down that right there. should have footage of him too, of pushing it, and the gold Lexus.
Not one time have I heard love come out of either of their mouths.
Can't wait. I can't wait. November rain. Like, I cannot wait till the truth comes out. I really hope
And
it's.
then you see you've got a certain person talking about Pete Clark, acting like he had witnessed something with Summer. You know, we've been trying to get an interview with him, but can't never get up with him. He talked about going in, that Pete would go into certain details and stuff and start crying and stuff about Summer Wells. So I wonder if that plays in with the motorcycle bullshit. You know?
Yeah. And that would make sense with all the drama with the Clark, between the Clarks and the Wells and the Lights afterwards.
And that could have been one reason that Candace went straight to Light Holler, to see if she's seen that bike or anything that way, you know? Either way, they would know, most likely, Dawn and Candace would.
Yeah, they know what is all over. You know, it's, and they can't tell because they would have a whole freaking gang of them against them too. But I do still feel like, but see, like, what about the drug debt and like, how's Andy playing to this? Because why was he on the road? Maybe Andy was just given a heads up.
To get rid of his stuff
Yeah.
that he had there from his work. or
Maybe
whatever.
that's his
Suppose
only-
he had them
maybe that's his
stolen guns and
only-
stuff from his boss and all that, from what Cody Seward said.
That might be his only.
I mean, either way, they had to know beforehand to send people to do something like that, you know?
Because my guess, if Andy was given a heads up, then that, you know, Don would probably have known already what it was about.
Yeah, somebody had to contact him and say, hey, the law's gonna be here searching stuff for something or whatever. You need to, if you got anything illegal, you better move it or whatever, so I don't know. Then you got Jody saying, oh, they had cameras and all that coming together before the law enforcement ever got there and their place searched and everything.
I don't know. I do understand if there is something, if that is like that, you know, if it does put Andy in a bad spot, if that's what happened. To tell, like, because then he tells on all these people, whoever tells on a group. I don't know. It's crazy. I can be so sure it probably is, though, a drug debt, but.
And then you got Candace saying that saying that only if she had went out there.
Yes. She said Summer's bike was found on Fred's property. There was a backpack found on Fred's property with meth making tools. There was a backpack found on Fred's property with wet clothes in it. There was a backpack. There was a washer and dryer with Summer's clothes in it. We've heard the dogs hit behind Fred's truck. There's a lot there to unpack. I don't understand why Fred isn't fucking arrested. At least so he'll talk. Is it possible his sister was setting him up? Yeah. But Ziggy sure is acting like everybody's handler. Ernie's, Fred's, Seraphina's even a little bit. Maybe Seraphina's hers. Hurry back, believe me. Be careful while you're out.
Things have been different.
Yeah. I will. And then they'll come up with something else.
And then her stating that if she,
I'll keep it. sorry. I just did.
I just don't want to say something that is a one word out, you know, that's when it said.
Yeah, I know.
I lied about it or whatever. You know how I do. You don't repeat everything word for word.
Why do her subs want to sit there and listen to that all day long? That grinding of the nails, trying to pop nails off and put nails on. How many times a day can you do your fucking nails? Like, her fingers have to hurt. I go get my nails done once every 10 fucking years. I have short nails. I'm not a nail person. I'm not that girly. I was a tomboy growing up. I do like my nails done from time to time, though, for special occasions. Every time I get my nails done, they hurt like hell. I don't understand why this girl is putting herself through this much fucking pain to grift. Somebody please explain it. And what subs want to sit there and hear on the fucking nails for 10 hours? Do you know how excruciating it was to fucking listen to this? Ugh.
Uh-oh. Maybe I just changed the little sander. Where's my other Dremel thing? I think it must. You didn't take it, did you? My other sander thing? Well, actually, it's really yours. It's not mine. You remember the one you fixed?
Yeah, it's probably still in that room.
Yeah.
That probably is. Nah, I ain't missing it. But the two boys that's at the back, they want to drop me those legs to do the farm meeting. And still farm her.
Like how short?
Real short.
Like a crew cut?
Yeah, well, no, not that short.
Because for you, short hair is like.
It's probably an inch or something long. Inch and a half or something.
Inch and a half?
Yeah,
And they're both about the same age or what?
They appear to be probably close to some age. In the 20s. Probably around 25 or so.
You all get the hint. He changed his fucking story last night. Here's what we're going to do. Let me go to this tab. I'm going to go to my uploads. We're going to put Fred in. Because I did start tearing this apart earlier today. And then I decided, no, let's just go listen. But now I'm thinking we need to listen. This is Fred, one of Fred's first interviews. I believe this was the second interview. He talks about Andy Paul deeply in this interview. And then Laura talks about Andy Paul in a time, there's two parts in this where he talks about Andy Paul. That's what we're going to listen for today. Let me come down. I'll come back when he mentions it.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care. I just looking what time. It doesn't matter. So Bill Benton and Vicky Dyke. Marlena will not talk to me or anybody really. Vicky Dyke.
I think Marlena, I think the TBI and told her not to speak to nobody.
Okay, Bill,
I'm pretty sure,
yeah.
because she should hold some pretty valuable evidence. Because her and her daughter had been staying there at the Willses.
Okay, so they did talk to her though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing is they just recently changed their story to Candace stood up and said, yeah, I'm pregnant, to now they found Candace pregnant at Bill Benton's house when they went up there to get the truck from Dawn. So that story has changed too in the last week.
But see, Marlena's dad is one that Dawn had told all that stuff to, you see, what I was telling you a while ago about him, so he sacrificed her and all that, do away with all of her major sins.
That's so weird. So you think that there is something that's crazy. I'm going to be freaked out if I went to that church and there's some kind of connection with that church. Because I went there one time. I went there that Sunday after I saw you last. And
that's not true, April. She spoke to me. She came on my panel. She didn't ask for no money from me. At first, she was asking for money. She asked me for $500 for an interview, and then she went to PG. And after PG completely spilled her, turned on her, Marlena came over to my chat and came on my panel, and she didn't ask me for a penny. So, I don't know. She did ask for money at first, though, but then she decided to come out and speak about Summer. And we still talk sometimes on TikTok, so in the messenger. I haven't spoke to her in a while. I'll have to check it.
They seem like normal people.
Well, one time they will seem like normal people like that. I mean, because they are exposed.
Wow. Unless he got involved with
Dawn had even, the night someone went missing, Dawn even was talking about how the Romans was the richest people in the world, and then they would take and do away with certain kids and stuff to gain more power. And I mean, it is crazy shit he's talking about, but I didn't know really how to take it. Like he wanted to tell me what happened, but wouldn't just come out and just tell me. We're trying to beat around the bush about tell.
Yeah.
You know.
So, do you think that? So, do you think that?
But neither one of them had no remorse like it.
Did they ever have remorse? Did you ever see them have? I mean, I know you weren't like friends with them really that much. I mean, it seems
like, oh, they've been here 10 times the whole time they lived down there. Then Summer goes missing.
The other thing, April, is too, the TT told me that they found a badge down by the shed that said Andy Paul Morgan on it. So that's why I think it's important. And when you hear what Fred says, he says that Andy Paul Morgan was living in the shed the day Summer went missing.
Within a week, he's there over 100 times. I mean, just hear every little bit. Can't get rid of him, hardly. You know what I mean? Just didn't make no sense. You see,
for what?
All he wanted to talk about is just like religion. I just hadn't just listened. Most times he just talked nonstop. On.
Would he be using drugs?
About them.
Would he
gaining power by whether it was their kids they had to take and do away with, to take and keep the power or something. I don't know. It didn't make no sense to me, but more or less to gain more power, to be more or less like a king or whatever.
Wow. See, that's like, I'm kind of wondering. That's why I've been looking into his family. I'm wondering if this is
about the book. That's when he was trying to get me to get that. He supposed to have it in the house down there. That's what I told some. I forget who it was. I told her. I said he trying to get me to
read some book.
Book.
I know he was trying to get me to read some book too by Ellen White.
like if I took it like if way he was saying things, like if I'd read that book, I'd understand what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
The way I took it, that's why I told somebody. I said, you know, the way I'm taking it, if somebody could get the book that he's got, it may have other stuff wrote in it somewhere, but if they could talk him into getting that book and really looking and reading and kind of, man may figure out something. You know?
So Candace doesn't seem very religious, though. He's
the only time that she ever would get religious when she thought she was going to jail or something. It seemed like.
So do you think she would agree to agree to something like him like selling her or sacrificing her? Do you think she would be? Do you think how would you think? Do you think she knew?
She'd do anything Don told her to do. That's the way I feel about it. She just, that's the way she's always acted. If Don says this is the way it's gonna be. No matter what. That's the way I've always took it. She's always act like them kids, but really nothing to her.
Right. I heard that they even.
You just act like they just.
Well, they were
nothing really,
Would they ever stay over there by themselves, the kids?
Yeah, the kids have been there by themselves a lot. It's back when the boys was probably 2, I'm gonna say 2 and 4, and they were just the 2 boys at the time, and they took in. It snowed a little bit, a couple of days there, and they'd been a tree had fell down there next to my mom and dad's on their property, and they took and hooked to it and pulled it down the road up there to their place. And when they did that, though, it wasn't that they got the wood, it was the principle of them pulling all the fence and everything out with it, you see. And that's what made me aggravated about it. I went down there, and the young ones was locked in the basement by themselves, and they wasn't no stairs up, going up the stairs or nothing. It was just, you could see in the basement doors, and you could see the 2 boys. Didn't have no clothes on nothing on them. A mattress 2 mattresses laying in there, and I was scared to death. I thought we'd do if I was like it, that little and stuff. Somebody knocking on the door and never even met them or nothing, Candace never would come to the door. Don was at work that day, but Andy Powell was staying over where that shed is on the road at that time, and he did child molester or whatever, pedophile himself, So he just like him. I went to a friend's house one night. He was there, Andy Powell was. And there's one living on the Wells of property down there for a while. And I had my lady's oldest daughter with me at the time, and we walk in my friend's house and stuff, and there he's standing, and I hadn't even really met the man at that time. They introduced me to him then, My friend did tell me who he was. He was Andy Powell. And then my friend's truck had broke down the highway down here, and he asked me and Andy Powell if we'd go down there and pull it in for him. And well, we go down there and stuff. I ride with Andy Powell in his van down there to where the truck is, and he just hooks the chain to it and pulls me back to my friend's house. Well, sometime during that, before we leave though, to go do that, he starts crushing up a pill on the counter and stuff, laying out lines, and I said, well, who got the lines for? And he said, you. I said, hey, it ain't nothing for her because she's a minor. She can't have nothing. I'm clear about that right off the rip.
Wait, who was the girl again?
That was my old lady's oldest daughter.
Uh-huh.
And
So what he's telling us here is that he was partying with Andy Paul. He went to his house and Andy Paul put a bump on a table and allowed Destiny, Laura's oldest daughter, who was 14 at the time, to take a bump. Does that make sense? After he said, at the time, Andy Paul was living at the shed. TT will tell me in messages. We can watch the TT video. It's very long. Let me see how long. It's 10 minutes. Let me make it as big as I can. You guys can look for the Andy Paul messages. This is just a whole lot of reading. How about if I just, again, share the link? You guys can go find it because I'm not even sure it's in this video. I have a couple of them. I think it's in this one now. You guys go read. You'll see where she says Andy Paul Morgan is the one. I'm going to go back to Ziggy's interview. Do you want me to rewind that part?
No, there was a property at down there for a while. And I had my lady's oldest daughter with me at the time, and we walk in my friend's house and stuff, and there he's standing. And I hadn't even really met the man at that time. They introduced me to him then, you know. My friend did tell me who he was. He was Andy Paul. And my friend's truck had broke down the highway down here, and he asked me and Andy Paul if we'd go down there and pull it in for him. And well, we go down there and stuff. I ride with Andy Paul in his van down there to where the truck is, and he just hooks the chain to it and pulls me back to my friend's house. Well, sometime during that, before we leave though, to go do that, he starts crushing up a pill on the counter and stuff, laying out lines, and I said, well, who drawing the lines for? And he said, you. I said, hey, it ain't nothing for her because she's a minor. She didn't have nothing. You know, I mean, clear about that right off the rip.
Wait, who was the girl again?
That was my old lady's oldest daughter.
Uh-huh.
And somehow, in between that time, I know she didn't do no pill, but he slipped her pot, he slipped her liquor and stuff. And see, I didn't even know until that he'd even slipped it to her and stuff until the next day. And she was trying to get Laura to get me to go get some liquor and let on like it was for her and stuff. And it is crazy.
Who is
I
this
bet
Andy
I
Paul?
was here, that'd be bad.
Who
That's
is?
when he moved from down there.
How long ago was that? So that if that was
That's Ben probably.
is that Destiny, her oldest that you're talking about, or your oldest?
Destiny's one I'm talking about. She was probably 12 or 13 at the time.
And how old is she now?
I think she's
21. Is it
20,
what?
20 or 21.
She was mentioning her. I think she said her oldest is 20. I keep hearing noises. I keep looking back. You got me afraid of gorillas
Okay.
or monkeys. I'm not gonna get attacked by a monkey walking down there.
You look like we get attacked, man. Like a scared, they holler at Devons. I mean, they're loud.
Wow. So that means okay. So that would have been within.
My son, well, 2011 when we moved to Virginia, so it was before that. They probably around 2008 or 9.
So you were out here for. Okay, you were out here with her. She moved here for a few years. Then you went back. You went out to Virginia, and then you came back.
We moved to Virginia
for how long?
6 months. Then
okay.
I ended up.
You still had the property
for 3.5 years, and then ended up. We worked up there trying to buy another place for a few years. Well, I had pulled 3.5 probation after that, so about 7 years right there, roughly 6.5, 7 years we was in Virginia there. We committed to Virginia more or less.
So from 2011 to 2013 or something, you were out there?
Yeah.
Or you didn't get back here?
Yeah, during that time. I got out to February 2013. February 21st.
So when did you move back here? What year? So you guys were gone for a few years then?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't live here for one time. In 2010 we moved up there because it was about 6 months exactly, just about exactly when I went to jail. And I went to jail and fucked up because it was up to our anniversary and everything. We just had a little mini birthday, so it was October.
That's
seemed like October 13th, I want to think. When it was.
You have a really good memory. It's crazy. I noticed that you know dates and stuff like that. I would never know that kind of stuff unless it was something significant.
About it, you know.
Unless it was like significant.
I was in jail on my birthday and stuff because it's 11/11 of 2011.
Oh, okay.
11 months, 11th day of 2011.
And 11's supposed to be lucky, but I guess not, huh? Not in that case.
My lucky number 13.
13. Mine's my favorite number is 333.
Yes, number 2 is always been 13.
Yeah, 3 is well.
I was born on the 13th, Friday 13th. My dad was February the 13th, before Valentine's.
Yeah, I always see 333. That's the number I always see is 33. I see it everywhere. Like I always like the time. I look at the seem to look at the clock when it's 3:33. I'll see like when I'm live on YouTube. It seems like I will notice there's 333 people on or watching me. Sometimes like all the time I'm like I see 333 everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, since the time change ain't gonna go back again. I mean, it's gonna be this time year round now.
Oh, really? So they're not doing time changes anymore?
No, they're done away with that this year.
Is that so? That's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's gonna be same time. Like here, like in the spring, it goes back and forth, fall, whatever, fall forward. But it ain't doing that no more. It's gonna stay just like this throughout the spring. They said during winter they'd regret doing it, I don't know why, but
something about the flooding.
See, there was one man, I don't know who he was, come here one day and asked where the Wells's property was, and I told him where it was down there, and then he asked me something about
When was
what
it?
I thought or something, and I said, well, I figured she may have drowned, you know, I had my gut feeling it.
They let anybody around their kids, Ratch. That's what really bothers me. Is yesterday I listened to a phone call with you guys with a stranger. We don't know who it was. And Dawn's like, yeah, you can come stay with us. They just, even though their daughter's already missing, they're still inviting strange people up to their home. That's odd to me. Nope. Oh, yeah, more than 2 time changes. Yes, at the end of the mall. Yes, Ratch. All right.
First, you know.
When was that? Was that recently that this
That
person?
was, probably a couple months or something after you was here. But I didn't say hardly nothing to him.
Because there was, somebody was saying yesterday or day before that there's a guy called JLR on Jonathan Lee Riches.
See, I've never talked to him or nothing.
Okay, because they were saying that he said that he talked to you, and I'm like,
No, I ain't never talked to him.
I was kind of hoping. I can't believe nobody freaking come down here. They act scared. I mean.
And just the other day, Ziggy posted a post about how she wrote JLR to go talk to Fred. That's funny, Ziggy. How close are you and JLR?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't get very scared easily, but I mean,
they ain't nothing to be scared of, really.
I mean, it felt kind of weird coming back here at 2 a.m., or 1 a.m.
I mean, it's like this pretty much all the time. I mean, until we're leaving and people stealing everything you got. You wouldn't think back here that you'd have any trouble with stuff like that.
Also funny, JLR ended up on my father's land on the border, Ziggy. Did you send them there? Real curious.
It's every day.
Do you think that Andy Jr. was he stealing stuff or anything like that?
I've never really seen him much more than off the hill, but I have seen him in a swimming pool with Summer, like
when was that?
a month before she went missing. That's why I told her, I said, where'd the pool go? Because it was about where that red barrel was on that picture. It's about where they had that pool. It's about that deep. Probably be around this room right here. It's a pretty good sized pool. He probably 12 foot across.
And it was there.
And
This is him telling her about Jody Sue's son being in the pool a month prior to Summer going missing. So May 15th. Was it even hot enough for a pool in Tennessee? I'm really curious. Hey guys, did you all notice? Look at my grandpa's manger and my Christmas tree. I didn't get to show you guys. I don't know if you could see it. Ooh, my old fat. I had to make a baby Jesus because I lost my baby Jesus. I can't fucking find him anywhere. So I got air dry clay the other day and made a baby Jesus. I didn't want a manger without a baby Jesus. It'll pop up.
And he was in it, and Summer was in it.
That was it?
But I didn't even see the boys that day there.
So it was just Summer and I thought that was his name, Andy Jr. That's what you always go.
They started calling this and that, and it just confused me because it ain't even nothing I know.
Yeah.
Somebody prowling now. They probably thought I laid down or something. I know. That's what the dog's barking at. He don't bark at just anything. He barks.
So you think somebody's messing back there?
Yeah, he's actually went this way out the yard. Okay. Barking down the road, what they're doing, walking up the road, and then they come up through the woods. They're prowling around.
Now
And
I'm
they
gonna
say,
be
if
scared to
your
walk
vehicle
down to
is
my car.
locked, they will get in your vehicle on down. If you see your vehicle is locked, come on with something inside.
I need to.
There will be somebody.
Here, let me make sure I lock it. It's like,
Serious. I mean,
I think I locked it. I mean, there's nothing in it. I don't think so. So,
it
yeah.
ain't gonna be nothing important. I mean, it's just stupid shit they do.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
That's how they.
it's,
Or some people get like that when they get on meth and stuff. I don't know. Some people do. So, do you ever know, Andy Jr., was he one that, did you ever know anything about a peeping Tom or anything like that around here?
I've never known nothing like that around here. I've heard Jody C mention stuff like that over different times. They were out at a store or something other, and one of the little things like that. Over there, somebody thinking, you know, maybe
Yeah.
it's been happening at your place.
Is your dog back here? I swear I hear movement.
Yeah, he's a blackie.
Okay, there he is. He's right here. Okay,
Yeah.
you scared me, buddy.
Yeah,
God.
yeah, he blends into you.
Okay, I was like, man, make sure nobody's back there freaking messing with your stuff. I don't know, it's creepy. So you never heard about, because now the one of the new things is that, okay, well, everybody is suspecting Jody Sue.
Well, see, another thing, see, just like Andy, what makes suspicious? Seen light down there, and so I don't know if that's from that other car up the road or what. Just to make place a flashlight there to see. It could be neighbors.
Oh,
They're a bit nosy, but anyway, Andy come in here and then that truck far and then back out like that. That was odd to me, because Andy don't come up through here unless when with animals is missing or something usually. But he went and checked his other property that day and just discovered that he didn't have no road into his property that day. And they've been gone for over a year. What made him decide to go down there to that property that day? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just odd that he went to that property that day. And that's on Fields Road, you see.
On what road?
Fields Road.
Phil's?
Yeah. Bale Road and Fields Road, one they're searching.
What do you mean they're searching? Phil's? B-A-L-E-S?
Yeah, Bale, B-E-L-O, and Fields.
Oh, Fields, okay.
Yeah, it's across from Mount Carmel Church, where they've had all kinds of videos and stuff of it.
Mount Carmel Church?
Mm-hmm. That's where they had everything set up down there, the law and stuff.
Bales, you said the B-E-L-L-S or B-A, do you know, or spell?
B-E-L-L.
Like a belt,
Yeah.
something like that, okay.
Road.
Okay. So
it's actually the very next road on the left as you go down.
So they're searching, and that's where his other property, or that's where his other family's property is?
So I took TBI and stuff didn't know that his family or anything owned any property down there. See, there's a house back in there. See, that's where Andy and Jody lived before they moved up on the hill down here. See, they power everything back there. But it's just old rundown shacks and stuff. But
Four
days before they done the search in there, they burned a bunch of stuff about right in that area where the house would have been back there on his property.
So, but is there any buildings back there now?
The house is still standing, the still have power on it, so door stuff is open on it. I mean, just like back, you know, but
That's funny you say Phil's Road because I was looking up that house the other day. I was looking up that house, that property.
Yeah. Well, see, if you don't know where it's at exactly, you never find it because there's no road to it, no nothing. You can't see no house, no nothing from the road. It just looks like just a hillside like it right there. I mean, like there ain't no road up it, no nothing. But when you turn on Fields Road, off of Beach Street there, you go across the bridge, Bell Road goes to your left. Fields Road stays to your right. There's an old barn stuff there, right in the corner. and then keep on going around through there, and you'll start into another curve. Just when you start in that next curve to the left, it's be like a driveway goes straight instead of going around that curve. The driveway goes kind of straight on, and there's big gate posts and stuff up. They got a big gate up across there. But where the gate is, if you're looking at the gate on the left hand side where the post is, that ridge line right there, that's where the road actually went up. They cut it out, put that gate and stuff in there, and done away with the road, you see. And you don't have to walk in there now, but that's how the road went into their property. When you stand at the gate, if you look to your left, the way the gate lays, that's the way the road goes up that little ridge point there. And once you get up on that ridge, you follow that ridge on back. I mean, it's just like walking through the woods.
And you had the TDI asked you to show them back there?
Yeah, I took them back.
What was that?
I took them to the gate and stuff to show, told them how.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ainsley Daniel with WJHL. I am here in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County as the search for missing 5-year-old Summer Wells is well into its 4th full day here. There was an Amber Alert issued for her earlier this week. We'll get into those details for those of you that might not be fully aware of the case if you're just now hopping in. But first, I want to say thank you to those that are joining us. I'm going to give it just a few minutes to let a couple of people join us. Now, again, there is really no big update right now. I'm just out here in Hawkins County. I am here at the Watch Incident Command Center where all of the law enforcement and search crews are kind of gathering up here at Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church. I'm going to flip this around though, because I do want to tell you guys about something I just saw. So I did just see a search crew go through this field here. I'm about 1.8 miles from Summer's home on Ben Hill Road. Again, there was a search crew that just walked through here due to the tough terrain and things of that nature that we've been talking about all week, that law enforcement and these search crews have been talking about all week. We haven't been able to physically see search crews. They've been up in the woods. They've been in these places where media has not been able to get to it. So today has been the first day that we've actually been able, to kind of see the search expanded into the visible public eye. Now, the road where she went missing, Ben Hill Road, which is where she lives, is blocked off right now. Law enforcement say that it's too small for more than one vehicle to be down right now. They're stopped at both sides of it, so there's really no way for us to get into that road. And they're telling us that it's very small, so that way, media can't be in there, as well as, the search crews and things of that nature. But earlier, as I was driving from the media post, which is about 3 miles from here, to Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church, I did see several crews coming in and out. I saw several trailers and buses full of people getting ready to search. They're kind of, it was kind of in that early stage this morning around 9:30 or 10 as people were getting out to continue searching. I'm going to flip this around though so you guys can see the search command center here as well. Give me 1 second and put that around. There you go, everyone. So as you can
the last searches they done, they supposed to search that in there, but I don't know.
Was that because of?
Well, they searched Bell Road and stuff. The road comes backside of right here. It comes from on the other side of this ridge right here. I mean, that's how far it comes back.
Yeah. When's the last time you talked to TDI? Have they gotten hold of you since I talked to you last? Which would have been January.
Yeah, I talked to Wells. I've talked to them about 3 or 4 times there.
So they keep that hold of you.
I give them kind of
info.
Yeah, I let them know. I don't tell them nothing unless I really think it's helping.
Yeah. So
it was just odd to me that he didn't check that property yet, or was on that property or something that day and everything.
The same day that Summer went missing?
Yeah. But see, Jody Sue's mom too. See, that thing was like when Summer first went missing and stuff. Jody Sue was talking about, it was a perfect storm because everything in here, the tree trimmers, this. Then when something got brought up about maroon Tacoma with ladder rack, well, what are they going to do when the ladder rack ain't on it no more? Like that. And I didn't know it till later on that her mom owned a red Tacoma, or maroon Tacoma, and Jody Sue been driving it here lately.
Yeah, and she's giving you a ride.
The ladder rack on it.
Yeah, because she told me that your wife said that a couple days after I had been here the last time that she was driving that vehicle.
Yeah, she got her up here because my truck I drove Cam in it down there next to Donnie's driveway, and I was waiting on somebody to come and help pull it on up here, and come in that truck. That was the same day that her and Andy was supposed to win the court over
eviction or something, or
restraining order and eviction too when they trying to evict her, you know.
So they evicted her.
Yeah.
Because that's what.
But they got out of the third day of them standing on the hill. Andy, he needs to holler period. He goes to Knoxville and stuff and stays for, I think when I seen that story, the next time I seen him, it'd been like 21 days that he'd been in Knoxville. And it just didn't make sense why he just up and just leave that like that, you know.
He just go to Knoxville to die or what?
No, he just, I don't know what the deal was about that. He just, the third day, he just up and gone.
And went to Knoxville?
Yeah, staying in Knoxville. He talked about working down there somewhere and stuff. Something like him and JD was having a lot of problems and stuff all of a sudden. And I mean.
So who had to evict her? It was his parents, right? Because isn't it his parents' property?
Yeah, it was actually. It was Mr. Carly and John, both, which John lives out here in the Hollow.
Which is her brother?
Yeah.
And your uncle?
John is Carly's brother.
So that would be your cousin, your first cousin.
Yeah.
John Bernard. Okay, so John Bernard was back, that's his name.
John Smith is his.
Oh, John Smith. Okay, that's right. He's a Smith.
Smith and married Bernard.
Did you know that? Okay, but you said that on her side, or was it, I don't know if it was you or your wife that said, oh, you said on both sides that you have, on both sides of your family you have, was it Bernard?
Well, I'm kin to the Bernards on my mom's side.
Yeah, but.
Distant kin, see. But on the Hill side, my dad's side.
You're closer.
Yeah, like second, third cousin.
Yeah, because Andy's dad, his parents, I think, are cousins. I'm trying to figure out, because they were both born Bernard. Her name is something, it starts with a C. Something, Bernard.
Like John and Lisa here, John Smith and his wife. See, they didn't know at that time they got married and had young and stuff. People wouldn't just speak up.
Damn it, the damn mute. I split that so we know where it's at, because I want to talk for a minute. Yes, I've been showing you. Dudley's family was involved with the Simpsons and the Bowers, Kathy's family, Ziggy's friend, in a really big bust where they kidnapped a man, took them to a motel, wiretapped them, beat them. He also was involved in a pew-pewing with Jason Arnold. I showed that the other day. So I think, in my opinion, this was a rug debt. You hear Jody Sue talk about how Andy found a big bag of meth and that there was some shit going on at his job in the work bay where they stored meth. I think it was stolen. I think they stole somebody's rugs. I do. And I think Summer was damaged, collateral for it. And I think Dudley's involved.
But see, they're both cousins. But he met her way over in Virginia and stuff, and never met her or nothing. And nobody wouldn't tell him that they were cousins till it was too late.
Yeah, I think that they're just it would be Andy's like grandparents on his dad's side. I think that they're like distant cousins because I haven't found their connection yet, but they're both were born Bernard. And actually, Andy's, okay, so his grandfather on his dad's side was actually married to a different woman when he got another woman pregnant. So I don't know, like I don't know if, I didn't even go, I've been so interested in everything you've been saying that I didn't even, so Andy Paul, are you sure his name's Andy Paul?
Yeah,
because I was trying to find him online.
Andy Paul,
Is it Anthony Paul? Could it be Anthony Paul?
It might be Anthony Paul.
Because I found it Anthony Paul.
Because, see, I just like him when I took him to front end him about giving my daughter that shit.
Is he a registered offender? He's a registered offender. He's actually been in trouble for it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's of my knowledge, I mean.
So, what I want to do this morning is, my camera's off because we're decorating for the Halloween live I'm going to do on Halloween night. Hopefully, my daughter keeps taking my decorations. She's pissed off because I'm not putting them outside. So we'll see how this goes. So it's a mess behind me. All right. So today's live, what I want to do, I'm early today because I slept all night like a baby. I edited before going to sleep. Hi, Victoria. Good morning. I'm going to read it to you because Squall brought it out and made such a huge deal of it. I think that public information we should read, but there is a petitioner or Ajon, a federal prisoner, filed petition under, I'm not going to read, I'm going to skip through court, Jumbo, to vacate, set aside, or correct sentences by a person in federal custody. Attached to the petition was a letter in which petitioners sought additional time within which to file a memorandum to support his petition, doc, whatever. On March 3rd, 2006, Ajon filed a motion to amend pursuant to Rule 12. Okay, we'll stop there. Some interesting names in this. Isn't there, Miss Gordon? Ziggy. Fred. Any one of y'all are welcome to grab a link. I put one there so we could talk about this. I'm not turning my camera on. Puff, puff, pass. All right. Which to file a memorandum in support of his petition on March 3rd, 2006, Ajon found a motion to amend. We're just going to skip all the rules. He seeks an evident, I don't know why that did that, opposition to petition October 17th, 2007, and a petitioner filed a motion to supplement along with two supporting affidavits on October 22nd, 2007. On February 6, 2008, Ajon filed a 54-page reply to the government's response. On April 23rd, 2009, Ajon filed a second motion to supplement his petition. The matter is now ripe for disposition. The court has determined that the files and records in this case conclusively establish that the petitioner is not entitled to relief as to all issues raised by him except for the issue he raised pursuant to United States on which the court will receive further briefing and discuss below. The record likewise establishes that no evidentiary hearing is necessary, and Ajon's request for an evidentiary hearing will be denied. However, counsel will be appointed to represent this opinion and ordered will, I don't know, dispose of all issues raised by A. John, save the one raised pursuant to blah, 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 for the reasons which follow the petitioners, blah, blah, blah. Lack merit and motion will be denied in its entirety, except for single issue raised under Combs, whatever. I shared the link to this live. If you want to hear the whole court documents, you're welcome to go listen to them, but you will hear Bowers, Kathy Gordon's ex, her son's father. You'll hear Simpson. You'll hear how they're all related to each other, connected to each other. These court papers go into great detail. Marvin Simpson, George Simpson. I think Marvin's in there, but I know it's George, which is Cotton Simpson, and a Bowers. Bowers is 100% Kathy Gordon's son's father. Kathy over in Ziggy's helping Ziggy get married. Don't you think that's strange? Because I sure as fuck do. But let's go listen for more Andy Paul so I can end this.
And Darwin's like, I've seen my store something happening. He said they've been trying to get rid of him for a long time, and they don't like what he was. When Don gave word, him Candace, or he just taking advantage of Candace, or I don't know if they had a relationship or what, you know. But they's always all over each other stuff. But they like, we've been trying to get rid of him forever. What'd you do to get rid of him? I said, next day I'll be showing you.
For me, it's more than a U-Haul. I look more towards the storage unit. What were they storing? Why did they need a storage unit? They were there an hour. You're going to pack the storage unit up with everything in the truck and then immediately take it back out. I asked Andrew in my live one time, what did they leave there? Because he said they left furniture for Candace, a table and a recliner. So what was hidden under the table taped? What was hidden in the recliner, Andrew? Why do you leave two items? Pack a storage unit, unpack a storage unit, and then leave. I don't think they packed any storage unit. I think they were moving rugs.
Okay, said he moved his shit and he's gone. So I told my brother I do to him if he's ever done anything towards my kid.
And how old was Destiny at the time?
Destiny's probably about 13 at the time.
13?
Yeah, but see, she got married up in the group home. Well, the group home was taking them to like Bristol Mall places. Well, Andy Powell grabbed her up there at the group or at Bristol Mall and telling her to holler for her daddy now and all kinds of shit. And she actually got away from him. The very next night, Destiny was supposed to took something other. They were doing something there at the mall. Well, Destiny was supposed to take something to the bank, the bus or something other. And another little girl actually did, and she ended up getting raped.
Was it that?
I believe it was Andy Paul. I feel like it was Andy Paul because I feel like he was going to try to do something.
Was he this guy your age? Is he your age or? How much older would you say? Like?
He probably say 3 to 5 year olds or something.
Oh, that's it. That's just a few years older than you.
Yeah, he ain't a whole lot.
Okay, so he's kind of your age, so he might be like 50.
Yeah, I mentioned him the other day. He said he'd been staying around like Duffield, over that way.
Duffield,
Virginia.
Oh, so that he.
Like Gate City, that area.
So is Virginia like right, real close to here?
What is
Virginia? Is it really close to? Is that why?
Yeah, so, right outside Kingsport, right here. I mean.
Oh, okay.
It's far.
See, Laura said it was in Virginia lockdown. She said that Destiny ran away from a group home with another girl, and they were going to the movies at a mall. And the girl from Virginia was snagged by Andy Paul and Ard. That's what I heard. I didn't hear Florida. Not her son's father, no relationship that Kathy is aware of. No, they're related, Rhonda. I looked it up. They're related. They're 100% related. Not only are they related, but there was a day that Fred went driving around with Kathy Gordon and got out right at Cotton Simpson's family's house of the car. They let the son out of the car at the Bowers and Simpson's home, who were involved in this. Fred's sister pointed it out to me, and I shared it. You'd have to go back and look. But this Bowers is definitely Kathy Bowers' ex. They're named. Go listen to the court papers. Oh, I didn't hear about it being in Florida lockdown. I heard Laura say Virginia, that they ran from a group home. I don't know why her daughter would be in Florida in a group home. They lived in Virginia at the time, but you could be right. I could be wrong. Oh, yes, they are related. You're right, Kylie.
Probably from right here to Gates or Virginia line, right there. I'm saying probably at 15 miles from here or something. It ain't that far. It's fast. I mean.
Okay, so that makes sense because you didn't know because you said your
Rhonda, I did the ancestry. They're related. It's Cody's father. I don't care what you say. And ain't you like a weird figure in all this too? Ain't you a local? Fuck out of here. I don't deal with Rhondas. Go talk to Squall. Bye. Do your homework.
Well, no, because you said okay, because you moved to Virginia too, but you have family in Virginia in Duffield, right? Duffield.
Yeah.
Are you related to
them? From Duffield to here, what it was. See, they lived in Duffield. My great grandfather. It's just that hill I live here.
And it's
anyway. They took and lived here from Duffield. So they, my grandparents, when they lived here, they still owned a little bit of property over there, but for a lot of family and everything, you know.
Okay, so, all right. I better hurry because, oh my gosh. You're just so interesting to talk to. And I'm afraid I'm going to miss something. You can't, it's impossible. What do you go by on YouTube when you were you going by Fred Hill when you were on YouTube?
Oh, I just say, I don't know.
You didn't make an account or anything?
I just on my browser, I just go in.
Oh, okay, so I was going to say, like, cause I wondered if you had, like, a username, if you made an account, like, with a...
I mean, my Gmail, Fred Hill 312. Well, my Gmail is what it is.
How often do you go on YouTube?
About every other day or something, I'll get on there and look at it.
Over at your mom's or?
Yeah.
If you have to get internet out here, man, I'm telling you.
This is so much right here. I mean, I'm paying $300 to $375 every 11 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And I know that if you wanted to, that's on and see what you got, because there ain't no hot spots, no nothing comes in here. That will, but certain ones you've got certain skills.
Man, because if you just like...
It's a lot different. Kids is what the world should be about, you know?
Oh.
That's what makes the world go round, kids.
Is that what so...
I mean, anybody that really knows me, I mean, I've had many 10, 15 kids with me at a time on this creek, and I have to run their parents down 2 weeks later to give them the kids back. I mean, those kids do everything.
Yeah. So,
I've more or less been fathered a lot of kids.
And I ain't just enough to ask you, but
wouldn't do nothing in the world to harm them in no way.
You don't seem like
Give my life.
you don't seem like a scary person to me. So they must, law enforcement, they must.
I went over Chicken on a Stick the other day. Find the live. It'll show you who she is. I went over her interviews. She is an old best friend of Jody Sue's sister, who came out on Squall's panel talking shit on Andy and Jody, and then joined Andy and became Andy's best friend. She's also blood related to Andy. They're a cousin. She's originally a Crawford. Her name is Amanda Crawford. She married. She is now an Athey. Her father-in-law owns an airport, or he lives next to an airport in Ducktown in Greenville, and she sued me when I started bringing her information out and telling Jody who she was when I discovered who she was. She's a fucking cunt. She goes by the name of Abby Blue on here. She has many names: Andrea Nicholas, Alexandria Nicholas. But I went over all that the other day. Jody Sue's sister also came out on panel with Gavel and Tiffany and all them, stating she was being followed by black cars and police. Benny and I talked about that on my panel one day. I'm looking for that part of the interview. I have the interview, but I can't seem to find that part again. So if anybody has it, I'd really appreciate it. If they have the whole interview with Amy Turner, Jody's sister, it would be a huge help. There were 2 done. I need both of them. I have most of them, but I can't seem to find that part. Yes, Amy. Amy didn't sue me. Chicken on a Stick did. She sued me and Jody Sue together. And she lost miserably. It didn't even make it to court. She filed it under real estate instead of defamation. She's a fucking cunt. Oh, and she also lives behind, where did they stop that day? Sonics. Yeah. She lives behind the Sonics where Candace stopped that day, and they had the blue and orange slushies. That's where she lives.
I done the statement terms all of them. I mean, the whole deal, a bunch of them, when they took me down the line. I stood up and told all of them, introduced me to all of them, and they told them, said, the main drug task force, and he told me, said, since one of these precincts, one between Justice Man out here, he will not mislead things on anything. That's what he told me, and I wouldn't. I mean,
yeah, I can tell.
I didn't mislead them on nothing. They even asked me about the dope, everything. I mean, I ain't setting nobody out, but that's why
that's what I was worried. That's why I was wondering if that's what was going on with Jody too. Like she was scared of, like she was doing some drug stuff and was afraid of. Cause she had to say.
I didn't even know they didn't do no drugs.
So you didn't know, you didn't see her ever.
I didn't know that Donnie was doing anything other than drinking. He smoked a little pot. I mean, I didn't take TBI stuff. I said, God, I didn't even know they even done anything like that,
Well, but when did you see him do coke? Because he came down here asking if he wanted to coke, but
the day before the boys got took.
So that's the first time you had.
He took him. Well, he's come here before, late at night and stuff, that not had it where you could sit doing it or nothing. But now, the day before the boys got took, he come here trying to get us to eat stuff with it, take the stuff with it.
Okay. So it's like you
didn't. He trying to set me up that night. I mean, he just acted weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, just, it didn't make it feel like he was trying to set me up on something,
But you had never really seen him use before then?
No, I had never seen him use.
But he would help?
Using stuff and asked if he could hang out for 30 minutes or something other to come down a little bit so Candace wouldn't know or something other or whatnot. And maybe fine.
Because
he does, if I could, if he's parking in the driveway or something there for 30 minutes for an hour or something other.
So they never try to ask you guys for anything to see if you could do anything?
Mm-hmm. like somebody was making something like Kansas was getting boxing or something like the WC or some bullshit or something like that. I think maybe where she got that from. Just being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way WC, I'll sit down ticket. I always put it. She'd always act like everything was coming here to get those and stuff. I mean, even way before summer, ever since they moved in the car and damn her, she's always got on like we have all kinds of traffic and stuff. And
she doesn't seem like a very honest.
Her kids even go to school because all the dumb kids running in his car and this and this and this.
Her kids aren't even going to school, were they? Okay. Okay, I heard that her kids.
Well, they did say a little bit, I think.
Okay, guys, we heard all the Andy Paul information. I've been on here 2 hours. I'm going to jump off now. I'm actually going to look for that interview with Andy's sister and some more chicken on a stick stuff. We could go over it again later tonight, maybe like about 11, 12, if you guys are up and want to come on. Or I'll be back tomorrow, one or the other. Yeah. But we heard Grandis goes to the ER. Wow. I didn't know all that. Yes. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to give my live a like. Aw, A1, you rock, honey. I love you. I do have the best subs. I swear I do. And I'm so grateful you guys have stuck around. We're talking about chicken. That was only one person that sued me. The other was Linda. There's been 5 lawsuits and all that have been dropped. Chicken was the first one to sue me and Jody together. Yep. I believe so too, Ratch. 11 or midnight. I'll try to be back. Between 11 and 12, I'm going to try to be back. And I'll come back with more chicken on a stick shit. Since people are trying to figure her out. Yes, and thank you, chat, for being so good. It's so nice that I don't have the trolls anymore, isn't it? That scared a lot of people away from me. And that's not fair. But as you see, like Rhonda Detweiler, I've learned how to control them bitches. You got to train them dogs, right? Yes, A1 always reminds us, please remember each and every single one of you matter. Peace and love. I'll see you all tonight. Bye.